Who am I? So I'm Marlon Peterson, Brooklyn, New York, by way of Trinidad West Indies. Youngest of 3 kids, first generation born here. My entire family is from Trinidad. Now 35 years old, going on 36. So I like to do what I like to say is called people work. So whether it be through advocacy, whether it be through writing, whether it be through like training, workshops, what have you. I like to kind of work with folks who come from marginalized spaces with an emphasis on people, people of color, immigrants, all that sort of jazz, and finding ways to empower folks, inspire folks, use whatever I know to like give people agency to talk about the same thing or, what their experiences are and to kind of like see their maximum potential. So like with the work I do now is not something that I saw for myself. It's sort of like it became necessary because of my experiences. So I'm somebody that spent a lot of time, I tend to say like a third of my life behind bars. Spent 10 years, 2 months and 7 days in jail from the age of 19 to 30 for my role in a crime for attempted robbery that resulted in the death of 2 people. I was a lookout in the crime and, all of us were arrested. It was a scary time. I had to learn to be more mature faster, and I had to learn how to remain sane in a place that forces insanity on you. And being behind bars, being in a cell, having your life controlled is not human. It's very abnormal. And you have to somehow learn to maintain some of your humanity in a place that does not encourage humanity. And I'm not only the people who are like in there with you, the other guys who are locked up with you, but more so I'm speaking about the structure of itself, the physical space, aesthetically, but also the people that's there who are trained not to see you. And you gotta fight that. That's hard. You gotta fight that every day. You gotta somehow figure out how you work, how you matter, that you actually worth something. So yeah, I had to learn stuff really fast, and I always remember something my father told me on the first visit he had with me, and it's the first time I ever saw my father cry ever. And at this point, it was like I was facing life, right? So it wasn't like a joke. I was actually facing natural life or the death penalty. I was like, as a kid, I went back into kid mode. Like, how can you, like, Daddy, I need you to help me. Like, I need you to get me out of it. Like, this is not, I did not do what they, And he just said, listen, I can't. And to hear my father say, I can't. Like, I can't do it. Like, we got a lawyer, but I can't do anything for you. I can't get you out of here. I don't know how. And he said to me, and it stood out to me, I think it sort of guided my rest of my years inside. It's like, I need you to learn how to become a man. I need you to learn that now. I need you to learn that. And when he told me it was scary because what I knew he was also telling me, he literally was telling me that I can't do it. Like, you got to figure something on your own. Like, I can give you advice, I can give you support, but I can't be here with you. And that was hard to accept, and I didn't accept it immediately. But when it all died down a little bit, I was able to like accept it and apply it. How does my experience play into my work today? It wasn't until, which is like now famous now, until Nadia, Principal Lopez, it's like a homie from the block who was a teacher at the time. She reached out to me like halfway into the bid, maybe 5 years in. And she was like, just send me some words of wisdom to my kids. They don't seem to get it and, take a lot of things seriously. And if you're willing to do that, let me know. And so, of course, I accepted. It was crazy. And then 2 weeks later, they drop a manila envelope on my cell door. And it's like a heavy envelope. I'm like, what's this? And I see her address on it from the school. And I open it, and it's letters from the kids. And it's 17 letters. I just didn't expect that to happen. And that ended up becoming a project where I would develop lesson plans along with a general letter she would read to the class. And then they all would write me back, and I would write each and every kid back individually, up to like 50 kids at a time. And that program, that gave me relevance. I mattered to somebody. Those kids and I, we had like a really tight relationship. And they didn't know me, they never saw me or nothing like that. So like those things, honestly, it gave me a career, honestly, but it also gave me a new life of what I can contribute. So when I came home 2009, like the same Nadia now was assistant principal, and she was like, yo, why you ain't in my school yet? immediately, you know, I started a program in her school and had my own group. And whether it be working with young people, empowering young people, whether it be doing work in anti-gun violence, whether it be doing work with racial justice and issues like that, and whether it be in person through workshops, through training, through my writing, it's important to my life, primarily because helping other folks give me a sense of hope. I don't like to think that just because I'm an adult and I've made it out of here, out of prison, and you know, I'm doing okay, like, I still got issues, we all got issues, we still working to become better people, better human beings. And like, this work helps me, constantly helps me become a better human being.